Hello, and welcome back. Today we're going to hop into the Majin Power stage of Super Battle Road. This is one of the 10 new stages that Global just got. This stage is really fun. Part of the reason being that it's just sort of a one-shot trade-off, where you just try and one-shot the opponent before they one-shot you. The Boo team also is fun because it has a lot of healing, so instead of wasting slots on healing items, you can just bring a lot of damage reduction items. I decided to take a chance on this turn because I think that Skinny Boo is a unit that generally overperforms for me. He's got really high defense. He has a high chance to stun, high chance to dodge. Oh, well, he didn't stun, so we might just be dead. But his high defense makes it so that he's a really strong slot 1 unit, which is something that a lot of teams lack in Super Battle Road. Having a strong slot 1 unit is very important in Super Battle Road. Because a lot of units in the game either like need a little bit of build up. You just took 275k from a normal. Oh my god, how are we still alive? But there, you see, we were down to like 30%, and now we're up above 50. I decided to bring this support memory again just to sort of augment the healing on the team. This doesn't actually provide any bonuses stat-wise. It's just a heal. Okay, we are going to... I don't want to do this. Why don't we just Ghost Usher this turn away? I think that this is a stage that is probably a more painless no item run compared to a lot of other stages. You just would have to get pretty lucky. Because as you saw, like, you can just sort of heal through most of the damage that you take. But this first stage has a STR opponent, and your best unit on your team is physical LR Boo tanks. Ooh, that was sort of an unfortunate output, but in just a second, I'll bring up my team screen so you can see most of the units on this team are rainbowed, and that's sort of a product of the fact that the Majin Power team doesn't actually have a super huge catalog of new units. A lot of the better units on this team are fairly old. For example, Skinny Boo, Fat Boo, Buff Boo, and Kid Boo are all years old, and they either got Awakenings or Extreme Z Awakenings that sort of brought them current. And then the new units on the team are Bukalo and Bootanks, who I just had very good luck when Bootanks first came out, and then I have pulled him multiple times on the banners that he's returned on. We don't need an item here because Skinny Boo should be able to take this down no problem. But this is one of my favorite teams in the game. It's just sort of a bummer that it's not super relevant for a lot of difficult content. There is a power absorption stage for, I think it was the GT Legendary Goku event. It might have been just the original Legendary Goku event, though. And then there's the Majin Power stage, and then you can kind of bring this team into Extreme Super Battle Road. The problem is that some of the better units on the team, specifically Skinny Boo and this Easy A Fat Boo, are not extreme types. Oh, yeah, no, wait, sorry. Fat Boo is. Skinny Boo, however, is Super AGL, and he's arguably the best unit on the team. Let's see, have I learned my lesson? I think I have. We are going to use a Whis here. And we're just going to try and target down Trunks. That might be the wrong decision because Goten is AGL, and we have a couple of... Goten is Tech. We have a couple AGL units floating around. But since we had type advantage with the Buff Boo in the front, I figured it might be worth a shot to just try and get Trunks out of here. Unfortunately, he didn't double super. He did get the additional, but it wasn't a super. Neither of them supered before that either, which is kind of a problem. This Boo needs to get hit a couple times to get built up, and this is why that's a problem, because you'll get hit for 300k from a super attack before you've built up, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. This is, again, like I said, to augment the healing on the team. This is sort of a nice companion piece. Alternatively, you could bring the Frieza one that buffs villains, I'm actually running very low on support memories, which is why, or for film for the support memories, which is why I decided to not do that. We still have the Whis active, so I am just going to hope that this is enough to get rid of Trunks, and then maybe the Kid Buu at the end will get Goten and try to get rid of him. I did target Goten with Skinny Buu just for the chance to stun, to try and get him out of here, take him sort of out of play for a little while. He did his job. He stunned the tech unit, which pretty much means that we can probably finish this stage up next turn, especially if this Buhan double supers. The friend Buhan I bought is also 100%. I'll check his link levels in a second, and I'll try to show off the link levels of my characters the next times that they show up. Bootanks is full level 10 links, both in his Bootanks and Buhan forms. He was one of the first units that I ever got to link level 10. But let's take a look. So this guy is decent, 7, 8, 9s, and then Brutal Beatdown is a level 6. Like I said, full level 10s, and he's full level 10 on his Buhan side. This guy's also really close to level 10 links, because the first time that I was like really link leveling was right when these guys came out, right after the link level update. And this was one of my favorite teams at the time. Still is one of my favorite teams, just because it's sort of very different than a lot of the other teams, in the sense that like every unit on the team sort of heals you in some way, or just like the team just plays very differently. They have a lot of healing links. They have specific links to sort of like the Majin link, as well as I think it's the Wall Standing Tall and Infinite Regeneration are also links that mostly only Buu units have. And it makes it so that this team sort of feels like a Buu team. Like, it feels like the team's immortal. No matter how many times you get hit, as long as you don't get one-shotted, you're healing like 40% a turn, depending on who's showing up and when they're showing up. Okay. Int and physical. Alright, so we want to try and stun the physical unit. And then we'll let these two sort of swing through the intelligence unit. Hopefully, Skinny Buu can stun. Skinny Buu overperforms for me in every stage that I bring him in. When we finally get the Universal Survival Saga Extreme Super Battle Road stage, I expect this guy to be very important in attempts for beating it, because his dodge chance, he's honestly probably a little bit better than UI Goku for Super Battle Road. I say that kind of as a joke, but kind of not, because he can stun, which is super important, especially in a Super Battle Road stage like the Universal Survival Saga one. I've seen sort of videos of people playing that stage, and those units hit you so hard that if you can stun them, that's probably far more important that you stun them for 2 turns as opposed to UI Goku, who is sort of dodging, which is preventing himself from taking damage, but not the rest of the team. Again, look at that. That was so free and easy. Plus the bond of sister and brother. Support unit again healing us up. I won't play it again though. Let's see. How do I want to play this? We're just going to Ghost Usher this turn away. Get rid of the Goku. And then I will leave those orbs on the side for the next rotation, because I don't really think it's important for this Kid Buu to super. Bootanks and Buff Buu should be able to take him out no problem. Yeah, easy peasy. This stage is one of the easier ones to complete. I did it, I believe, on my first or second try. It was probably my second try. I think I underestimated how hard they would hit. As I mentioned earlier, as long as you don't get one-shotted, this team can pretty much heal off most damage. But the units that you fight on this stage are so strong that it's not out of the question that they one-shot you. That Trunks hit me for 500k on a super attack, which honestly for Super Battle Road is pretty par for the course. But I think I like how this stage was sort of balanced, where they must have made this stage with the intent that you use items to minimize damage and then just heal it all back. Because the units that you fight hit so hard, but they have like no health. So it's sort of like a back and forth one-shot fest, but if you use the items to stop yourself from getting one-shotted, you can sort of clear this stage very fast. That was a pretty decent clear time. We'll see it in a second. But let me know what you guys have been thinking about the new Super Battle Road stages, if you've been having fun with them or if you've been able to try them out. I'll be back with some more Super Battle Road stages with some of the teams that I don't have as fleshed out. For example, Savior and, well, specifically Savior, my team that I used to beat it was a little jank. So anyway, like, subscribe, and thank you for coming through, and I'll see you in the next one.